Hey y'all, so I have been driving around the Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro. It's funny because people were stopping me that drive other versions of a TRD Pro, like a 4Runner or a pickup, and I got the same comment over and over again that they had never seen a Sequoia that was a TRD Pro. So honestly, I'm not sure if that's new or not, or if it's just people maybe don't upgrade as much, but it's pretty much badass. So it's been really fun to drive. It does guzzle that gas, but it tows a lot. And I didn't off-road it, but I could have. It's kind of jacked up off the ground, so it would have been easy to clear quite a bit. So this sucker is huge. I mean, you can see I got captain's chairs back here on the second row. The third row seats 3, so it seats 7. I've got, despite being a massive SUV, it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got the lane departure assistant. It's got adaptive cruise control, and you can monitor how many cars come behind you. I've been averaging about just over 15 miles a gallon, so I know that's not ideal, but it could be worse. This version does have navigation, which I found super helpful. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto if you plug your phone in, which I never did. But yeah, it's been fun. 2 different coffee cup sizes, so you can see that one's real small, so I got a snug fit for that version. I don't know what I would use this for, but you do have the option to pull it out. Otherwise, you can just keep it in there flat. It has a massive center console. I mean massive. Look at that. It's huge. It's got another 12 volt in there. This can come in and out, so you don't have to have that in there if you don't want. And again, like it's a huge, everything in here is like oversized. One thing that surprised me, that there were 3 regular USBs up here. There's no USB-Cs in here. There are several 12 volts, so I could have put an adapter in here. I never did though. Obviously it can tow. Like hidden storage everywhere, so the door stores a lot. Cup holders. My kids love to use doors as trash cans, so they can put their trash there, there, and there, which, you know, is real magical. You've got those all-weather mats up here as well. But this is an interesting feature. Like I said, it's got hidden storage everywhere, so you've got a glove box there, in addition to the more traditional glove box right there. It does have heated seats. You can control the rear air from up here if you want. It's got the more traditional buttons for the AC, which I appreciate. It's cool to have high tech where you can do everything, but come on, like it gets old sometimes having to click through a bunch of screens. What's surprising to me is that it has a sunroof. I don't know why I didn't expect one in here, but it's quite nice. Give you an idea of how big the back seat is. The second row, let's see the clearance here. I don't have this chair pushed all the way back. It could go further back if I wanted to, just a touch. Power options, but you've got the 12 volts, so you could buy an adapter. They can control their own air conditioner and heat, and if you have kids that complain nonstop about AC and stuff like mine do, you will appreciate that. This had a very unique little kind of iPad cell phone holder, so this doesn't have an entertainment center in it like a TV or DVD player, but it's got that, so you can use your personal device to essentially do the same thing. And then the third row, most adults don't want to sit in the third row, but if you did, look at that. I'm 5'7", so my knees are not touching that seat, which I appreciate. And then you got kind of some storage here, a couple of cup holders, and then of course the controllers I showed you to move the seats up and down. There are vents back here, so you have your own AC, which I think is super important, especially if you're putting kids back here. You don't want to get them car sick. And there is a little more storage. There's another storage pocket. I mentioned that it can tow, so you've got all your stuff right there that you would need. And then this is the back storage with the seats up, which is decent, you know, not great, but decent. And then again, like I mentioned, you can fold your seats down and you can control both sides. You've got a 12 volt right there, so you can put another adapter in there if needed. You have a touch more storage underneath here. If you needed to hide something, that would be a good spot. And then because it is a TRD, got these real good looking real good looking wheels on it.